And plus, aside from having to print all these discs, these discs were made by Nintendo. They were proprietary, so developers would have to pay more money to print these than they would if they had to print like a regular DVD disc or miniature DVD disc in this case. And yeah, they basically learned nothing from the N64, and that hurt them, and that contributed to the whole kitty image. Because look, it's the cutest little disc you've ever seen. It's like, it looks like it's for babies right here. That's basically the whole, you know, branding of this thing here in general, which really sucks because it has a lot of good games on it. That's the one thing. That's basically the GameCube's hook, is the games. That's really all any. I think the only reason people ever buy this thing is for the games that it has. You know, I already mentioned Smash and Mario Kart Double Dash, and some of the other ones I can't remember. I can't even remember what I mentioned. Or all the ones I mentioned already. Yeah. But it had a bunch of the. Oh yeah, and Zelda Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, F-Zero GX, Kirby Air Ride, and it also had a bunch of games that are famous that I don't really like or care much about. Like Super Mario Sunshine is one example I'll give off the top of my head. Super Mario Sunshine is not the worst game in the world, I'll give you, but the camera is crap in that game, the camera control. It's glitchy and unpolished, and the whole thing revolves around cleaning up messes. This is like, what kind of idea for a fun game is that? Cleaning up graffiti all over. Not appealing, not a good time. But, yeah. And here I'm going to show you the GameCube's controller. This is the standard controller that came with the console. I just dropped that thing, but here's what the thing looks like. You know, you have your regular thumbstick, your C stick, the D-pad, A, B, X, Y buttons, and then L and R shoulder buttons, and the Z button right here. Now, to give you a little mini review of this controller is really comfortable to hold. It melts into my hands. It's like it's a really good, comfortable controller to play games with. But this is one criticism I have of it. It's missing a lot of functions. Like the sticks right here, the control stick and the C stick, they don't have the click down functionality where you can like click the stick down and acts as an extra button, or click it down and move the stick to get like some sort of extra ability out of it that exists on the PlayStation and Xbox consoles. That doesn't exist on this controller at all. Another missing function is the top shoulder buttons. Most controllers nowadays have a set of 2 triggers and 2 bumpers. And even back then, the PS2 and original Xbox had 2 triggers, and the PS2 had 2 bumpers, and in the OG Xbox cases, it had the black and white buttons. It had 6 face buttons, so it evened things out a little bit. This only has 1 bumper, the Z button, which is kind of an odd design choice and kind of a dumb design choice if you ask me, because, you know, it should have matched the other 2. And also, this button is digital,